Mic check. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around? Bound to go deep flat. Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats get kidnapped.
Yeah, I mean, I just do like casual, like getting to know conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't do like any format or anything crazy like that. So just kind of, get to know you guys. So are you from Destin? Both of you or?
No, I'm from Spokane, Washington. So yeah,
You told me that. I forgot. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I'm pretty far away. And I only got to the Florida area because in the pandemic, we gave up our place and I was about to go on the road full time with colleges and all of that. And then the pandemic happened. And so we were like, oh, well, that's not happening now. So we ended up staying in Crestview, Florida with family. So that's kind of what brought me to the Florida area. But I just moved away. I was only here for like 2 years during that main pandemic time.
Do you prefer Washington over Florida?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what about it? Just out of curiosity.
I don't mean this in a bad way, but
no, it's fine. I'm just curious.
Like people in these areas are more dull. Obviously not when you get to like the Tampa or that area, but I was over there. I feel like everybody kind of has one personality. Yeah. And I just feel like everybody is kind of like obviously you're gonna meet good people everywhere you go, but I just feel like it didn't feel like nobody was unique or different. It was kind of all.
And Washington just has like a mix of people.
Yeah, you just feel it's like I feel like you have more of a melting pot of different personalities and people. Like a lot of people think like Spokane is like very far left because it's Washington, but it's actually like a mix of just like everybody. And so I really enjoy that.
Yeah, I've only visited once. I was in Seattle for a work thing, and it was an interesting experience because it was like right after COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm from Florida, so it was like a completely different, like polar opposite of what's going on, So it was an interesting experience for me, but I don't really prefer like one or the other. Like I just prefer to like, a little country. Just give me away from the city a little bit. I don't like to be like right in the city,
Options.
Yeah,
options.
Exactly.
I do like this better in the winter though. I mean, obviously like over there in Spokane, we get a lot of snow. So this is where I like to come during the winter and be during the winter times. But over there during the summers, like you're surrounded just by so many mountains in the Northwest and just I love the lakes and the rivers and all of that stuff that we have.
Oh, it's gorgeous up there. I when I went up there, I was obsessed with the nature because it reminded me of Japan. Yeah, like the cherry blossoms were out, and I was like, "This is so cool! Like this is awesome!" And I was hiking alone, which I probably shouldn't have done, but it was a great time. I would definitely go back to visit.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. What about? So, are you also from Spokane or?
I'm Louisiana based.
Louisiana,
I'm
okay.
Over there in Gonzales, which is adjacent to Baton Rouge and adjacent to New Orleans.
Okay.
That's usually what I have to tell people.
Yeah.
I'm from New Orleans.
So you've been there like your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like about 60-70% of my life is Louisiana. There was like a 10% of Crestview when I lived in Crestview for a brief period. And Mississippi. Yeah. After Katrina, a little marriage thing happened.
And it's funny. You lived in Crestview before it like got a little bit bigger, right?
Yeah, Red Dirt Roads is kind of what I remember from Crestview. We had the band that was always on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Crestview High and the Big Red Machine was always on Macy's.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Red Dirt Roads and Parade for Walmart. Like it was country.
Yeah.
So Destin was like the place to go when we would visit Florida. Like, oh, we got to go to Destin.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you both have family down here, or?
Yeah, my family was most of
Yeah,
it
you
was
said
in
you were
Crestview,
staying
but
with them?
they all moved away just as like last year. Like my wife's mother just moved a little bit further away, and then
Mhm.
the rest of her family kind of came closer to the northwest to us, which is nice because now we can drive like 10, 12 hours just to go see them.
Yeah.
So I love it. But obviously I like coming back here because like once you're in an area for so long, you just end up meeting people that are like, oh, I like these people. I enjoy being around these people. I can travel back and go on the road and tour with those.
Mhm.
And that's my favorite part about comedy. My favorite part about comedy is being on the road with people and kind of just exploring and so
Yeah, I hear one or the other. Like people either like really love it seems, or they just like despise it. Like being on the road, like in a car, like because like I noticed like I'll get burnt out with driving really quickly. Like when I did Boca to Tampa to back to Melbourne, I was like it's too much driving. But
yeah.
yeah, so you have family down here? Or?
Yeah, I've got some family in Crestview and
Mm-hmm.
visit them every now and then, and that's about
Yeah, did you guys meet in Crestview, or where did you guys meet?
No, I
it.
reached out to him because I was trying to book some shows.
Okay.
So I'm a booking agent and I book for multiple comics as well as
Mm-hmm.
performing. And I was already performing in the Pensacola area. And then the guy over there was like, oh, hey, well, you guys are over here. You should reach out to this guy. He books in, I think it was the Biloxi area
Mm-hmm.
where he had some shows. So that's kind of
Where
how.
it kind of started.
Yeah, I feel like it's like I'm like a relationship counselor. I'm like, where did it all
Yeah,
start? Where did it all
the
begin?
relationship start? But
Yeah.
so we've only known each other for about a year and a half, but
Okay.
this is our third time on the road together now.
Yeah, I think we started in 2023, like December of 2023, and then it moved into 2024. We had a couple of engagements, and then we did it again in February. So
Which I love this stuff, by the way. It just depends who I'm with because I know a lot of the comics that I book for, they don't want to wake up in the morning and hit the road and go. He wakes up pretty early too, so it actually mixes very well. Like we were up at like 7 already this morning, so we're getting ready, hit the road, and I like doing that because I want to stop. I want to be like, oh, hey, here's this place on the way. Obviously, we couldn't stop on the way here because how long of a drive it was, so we were just like, let's go get some gas station hot dogs and get on the road. But
I did not have a gas station.
No, you did really good. I saw the sandwiches and I wanted one, but I was like, oh, it's $8. The gas station hot dog is $2.30.
A club wrap, and I did. I'm gonna let you know. I was at Love's, not the sandwich wrap. I took a salad dressing.
Yeah,
and I covered that bad boy and ate it before I got in the car.
I just realized like how well my career's going in comedy when you're like, oh man, I really want an $8 sandwich, but I've got to make this $3 to $4 price choice. And even if my life was going well, sometimes I just like go, okay, do I want to spend $7, $8 on something food wise, or would I rather like save that and go do something else? So like my suitcase in his car right now, it's packed with
reeks.
Yeah, it's packed with like cans of chili. I kid you not, like there's cans of chili, there's packages of hilarious. Tuna, there's crackers. My wife one time put like a loaf of bread in there and peanut butter. So when I got to the place, the bread was like squished so badly from it. So I was just like putting peanut butter and jelly on squished bread. So
classic.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Man. Oh, I try to, even if I'm getting paid well on a show, I'm like, I am trying to save every single penny I can.
Yeah, no, because it really does matter. Because I noticed, because I just started comedy a year and a half ago, so I'm a baby, right? So I just started traveling like 3 months after I started just to get that experience, and I noticed I'm just like, I'm eating out, I'm spending way too much money. Like I started like paying a little bit more for a hotel that has like a little stovetop just so I can go to the grocery store and cook for the whole week instead of eating out. 'Cause, dude, it saves you like $500 a whole week on eating out. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Easy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's where I go. I look if I can get a hotel or Airbnb just as cheap as a hotel, and it has a stovetop and like a washer and dryer.
Mhm.
I mean, I started hitting the road on the 7th, and I don't get back home until the 29th. So now I'm having to like, where can I go that has a washer and a dryer and all of these things to make it cheaper? But when I was first on the road, I just like I'd hit up a place and be like, I'm gonna buy all new boxers, all new underwear.
Yeah, I did that too.
New wardrobe, and then I'm looking and I'm like, oh, I made $800, but I spent $600 on food, beer, and
Hanes.
Oh yeah, dude. The last time I came here, the first time I came here with Aaron, I ended up going to Disney World, and I ended up spending like it was like $400 3-day Disney World pass. We were going to Brazilian steak houses, and I'm like, what are you doing? You don't have this type of money. And then there was a steakhouse behind my hotel, and I was like, I'm gonna go to the steakhouse, and I didn't look at the price of everything and match it. I just saw a picture. And I pointed at the picture, but the picture was something that was on the back of the menu. I thought it was on one of the steaks that were like 20, 30. My bill came up to over like $150.
Oh yeah, they got you.
Yeah, they had like that. What's that? Truffle oil on the steak and all of that.
Yeah,
and
gold flakes.
I was so sad in my hotel room the next day. I didn't have a microwave.
But you were happy when you were eating it.
Oh, during the moment, but in the morning, I went to go finish it, and I was literally just there, my boxes and everything in my hotel room.
It's not even
eating
hot.
a
It's
cold steak.
Yeah.
It was
yeah. So that's the thing is like I'm a foodie, so it sucks. Now when I go places, because I'm like, I can't, like, I'll allow myself like 1 or 2 really nice meals, which usually is Asian food. But I'm just like, it sucks because I'm like, I'm going to the gas station getting like a bag of Cheez-Its just to fill me up so I can go to bed. Like, but I'm like, man, I wish I wasn't a foodie and I just like consumed to have energy so I wouldn't worry about it so much. But
him with these cans of stuff, and I'm like, nope. I'm gonna
no
savor
cans of
it.
chili.
I'm not eat anything until 8 p.m. and then I'm gonna just go get something foodie worthy. I want it pretty. I want to take pictures of it. I'm gonna flip my phone upside down and take pictures of it.
Yeah,
it's a tip. If you didn't know, you can flip your phone upside down. Takes better pictures.
I did not
really.
Know that.
I don't know why. It just does.
On an iPhone or really?
Yep.
I was about to say I'll do that, but I don't have
I think it has something to do with the sensors.
Or the fake third camera.
It could be. I'm not sure, but something about it. When you flip your phone, it somebody is probably going to comment and say what it actually does, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it. Or Google it. I don't know.
I'm going to start. Okay, wait. So upside down is which way though? With the third camera facing up or down? Because doesn't it turn with it when you turn it around or something? Like the frame will turn with the phone?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
now I'm going to test this out.
Maybe it does, but it also is still going to take a picture from the bottom. So maybe it just has a different perspective. Maybe it's shadows. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah,
but
you're right.
If you flip the phone, it'll take better pictures.
Okay. I'm going to start doing that from now on just to test it out. And I'm going to message you back and be like, it worked.
Tag me in the picture. Be like, Jeff was right.
Yeah. No, that's great. So what other places have you been besides Florida for traveling?
There's not many places in the U.S. that I haven't been to yet. So but yeah, I've been to like New York, LA, Chicago. We were traveling a little bit before the pandemic because me and my wife were trying to decide where we were going to move to. So we went to quite a bit of places, and actually was in China during the pandemic, by the way. So we went over there, traveled. But then, I've done like Canada, Portugal, Spain. But not all of those are like paid, obviously. Like some of those travel stuff, I think it is more of an experience. There's times where I'm like, oh, I want to go here and try stand up in Portugal and see how it is. So I'll just fly and travel to see how that is.
Yeah, I did that in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a really cool experience because they had like only one English show that I could find in all of Italy, and it was in Rome. And I was with my husband's family, and we just happened to be there the same night they were doing the open mic. And it's so funny because, like, I don't know, I feel like people not from the U.S., like out of the country, like they love people from the U.S. So they were like, they're treating me like I'm I was six months into comedy,
Yeah,
you know?
they're like
you're all so funny. I'm like, I was on stage for 20 minutes. I'm like, come on.
And they treat you like you're like famous or something because you're traveling from like far, and they're like, oh, you're all the way here doing comedy. Was it for you? Like, I felt like the open mics and the shows in English that I went to were always like a good audience. They were like always like, I did Portugal and Spain, and like each one was always like a packed audience. There was a good amount of people. They were all like very like laughing at everything I said, even the new stuff that I was like, oh, this is not a good joke at all. But I just felt like it was more welcoming.
Yeah.
They're more grateful.
I only did the one, but I would definitely say so, because there was like 30 people in there, I would say, and it was like a tight packed bar, and like I don't know what they're putting in the wine. It's something they're putting in the drinks, I think, because I don't know. These people seemed like they were in another world, and they just loved everything I said. And I was like, none of this I'm new. Like, I'm not funny. What are we doing?
It's like having a British friend over here. Like if you're in Florida and your friend's British and she starts talking, you're like, wow. It's the same thing. It's what they do, or it's like what we do. Like Conor McGregor was talking to us right now. Be like, oh, wow.
Your ears perk up when you hear a different accent than what you're used to. Yeah, because like we had this guy, Dan Stevens, he's from Ireland, and he comes over to visit like a few times a year, and like he'll come to the open mics around here or whatever. And it's everyone loves him. He's like our token like black guy, but he's Irish.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I would love to go back to Europe and just kind of go to, because they have them all over. All of the, like you said, in Italy, they have them in Portugal, Spain, Ireland. They kind of have just mics in English at most of those places because they have a bunch of tourists who are in the area as well. So a lot of them are trying to like put together mics. For that.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to experiencing more of that, because we're supposed to take a family trip to Norway this year, and I'm going to try to find some open mics in Oslo and test it out. I'm like, that would be so cool. But I don't know what it'll be like, because I don't know if there's English. But that's fun. That's the one thing I do like about like traveling, is like figuring it out. Like I'm just like messaging random people like, hey, is there an open mic here? And then it's just when things line up, it's just like, it's a great experience. But I do want to ask, like, can you pinpoint a favorite place? Like, is there one place your brain goes back to every time when you're like, that was like the best, like just the best experience ever?
You know, it's kind of difficult because like I love China. Like when I went over there, everybody was so welcoming. Like we got invited to these dinners with these giant glass tables with all this food, and there was just so like much great hospitality. Like it was just an amazing time when we went over there. But at the same time, like if I'm thinking about one of my favorite experiences or places, when I went to Chicago, but I don't know if it was because I went to Chicago or if it was just like I had this wonderful time with my wife. Like we found this giant playground that adults could play on too, and we went over to the playground and we climbed up, and we just had like this adorable moment where we were kind of just like running around and exploring. And it was like, I grew up very sheltered. I didn't go anywhere as a child. So when I met her, she was the first person I actually got to start traveling with. I remember her taking me to Vegas. I think I told you about this, but she took me to Vegas for the first time, never been anywhere. And I was like walking out into traffic. And she had to keep, because I was like, my gosh.
Yeah.
So when I went to Chicago as one of the other places, we went to, and I was just like, so that became one of my favorite times. I don't think because of where we went, just because of like who I was with.
Yeah, that's sweet. Very cool though. Very cool. Because I have the same thing. Like me and my husband, we went to Japan, and ever since we got together, we were taught like it was something he had always wanted to do, and like it intrigued like my interest, and I was like, let's do it. I'm like, why not? Let's save the money. Let's go. And it was the best. Like I will never forget that trip. It's insane.
Japan's on my bucket list. It's like my number one place that I want to travel to.
Oh, it's so the hospitality.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I have never seen anybody so hospitable and just so gracious and so kind, and like everybody was just respectful of their environment, and it's good to see something different than what you're used to, because people in Florida treat a lot of stuff like shit because we're all mostly trailer trash, and and I get it. I get it, but yeah, no, but that's cool. That's really awesome. What about you? What's been your favorite place to not just do stand up, I guess, like in general, to visit?
I'll probably go stand up. I would say I did the Looney Bin in Tulsa. It's up there just because of the crowd that showed up. I don't think was expecting me, and I won them over like over 20 minutes, and it was one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I got chops. Or the first 30-minute special I did was kind of special because I packed a place that's never done comedy before, very lunchbox comedy, to pack it into a place that's never done it. And I did roughly 45 minutes, but 30 of it made it to the end cut, and at the end we did like a runway thing, and it just got crazy.
Yeah.
All the comedians were doing runway walks, like me and Will Merrill just out there modeling for some reason.
That's
was a
great.
weird show. Yeah.
We have Anna Lepley. I don't know. She comes through Melbourne to do the drag show. And
comedians in drag doing comedy.
The guys on there, like, they'll do the runway thing, and it's so great because they're wearing, these big guys wearing just tiny bikini tops. And I did it for the first time, and I dressed like a dude, and I was basically just like a white rapper.
Yes.
With a black scent, and it was a good time.
I saw you were on that show.
Yeah.
It's so in Melbourne, we gotta go here. I gotta go here for the first time not too long ago. So isn't this like where the space and everything stuff is, like that's what I've been wanting to see here. Every time I've come here, there's never been one going on, but they do it like 2 to 3 times a week, don't they?
Yeah. So it's very frequent because SpaceX launches extremely frequently because of their technology right now. But I work out there, so I might actually be able to like if I don't know how long you're here for, but if you ever come back, let me know, because I can get you tickets to like I'm pretty sure I can get you on base. I might have to go with you guys, but I would be down. Just let me know if it's something you really want to do. Let me know, because as long as I'm still working for the company, I can. And then definitely go to the
children for space camp.
The visitor complex that's outside of base. Because you can go there. I might be able to get you discounts on tickets too. I'll check.
I will say this is the one thing I do like about Florida, even though I kind of crapped on it a little bit earlier ago.
Get out of here, Michael.
I've traveled a lot and been to a lot of places in the U.S. Florida is like the one place where almost everywhere I'm going, people are inviting me to go do stuff. I came a few days earlier to the Crestview area, and I went to a farm. Ended up getting bit by a horse. They showed me some bee boxes. Wow. Then they took me on a boat. The first time I came here, someone took me on a fan boat through the Everglades area. Oh yeah,
that's a good time.
So like every time I've been here or in the area, there's always been somebody like, hey, do you want to go do this thing? How about we go do this thing?
Trailer trash is hospitable too.
So. Yeah. And no other places I've been to have ever been like, hey, let's show you around and do all this stuff. But you guys have so many crazy outdoor activities from like, is it called mud trucking?
Mudding. They call it mudding. Yeah,
mudding.
It's just one word.
We go mudding. We go mudding.
I'm Brangelino.
It's going to change now. They're going to change it. Michael Glatzmaier said it was mud trucking.
Yeah,
he did that in Louisiana.
I didn't know it could get whiter because I was like, mudding is white. Usually it's mudding. We're going mudding.
I like to change things where I go. What did I call the food?
In Louisiana. Yeah. So like. What was it?
Jambalaya gravy.
We had some catfish etouffee. So it's like catfish with like a crawfish remoulade on top, etouffee, and he called it jambalaya gravy.
Yeah, they were all made. I thought it was jambalaya gravy, I've heard the other guy was like, yeah, that actually sounds
Wayne, like he runs
good.
the meat shop, and he's like, Yeah, actually, that's exactly what it is.
Oh yeah, dude, just this whole area through that. Like there's been so many things where I'm just like, oh, people want to have a good time and show you a good time. And I haven't gotten that in many other places. It's just
Yeah.
like you perform and you leave and then you go back to your hotel room or you go do something yourself. The only time I've ever been asked that wasn't in Florida to go do something was in Idaho. And a guy's like, no, he didn't own. He's like, I manage the potato fry company here. And he's like, you want to go see how fries are made? He's like,
I don't know about that.
He was so proud of it. He's like, I got to show you this potato factory.
I would have been in.
Oh, I was. Aaron was.
That's what I figured. Aaron's like, we should leave.
Yeah, he's like, we got to hit the road and do that. I'm like, but we're going to see how potatoes are made.
You ever seen a potato get made into a fry?
French fries. We might get a free bag of tater tots. That's actually what I was hoping for.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but let me know because there's launches here all the time. And then they just launched the New Glenn rocket, which is like the biggest rocket that's been launched since Artemis.
Oh,
and I
so
think
cool.
they're supposed to do the next one this year as well. But
Yeah.
it's crazy. We hear it all the time. Like I used to live in Melbourne, right by the causeway, and it would shake our houses. Like when they would launch the rockets, it wasn't as often when I was a kid, but now it's like all the time. We would even feel it in Rockledge too, which is like 20 minutes south
My
of
aunt
here.
and uncle lives over there, like walking distance to the launch area and stuff, like not far from it. So they took me to hopefully go see one, but then they found it out because they change up, I heard, all the time. Like if weather or something is just a little bit off, then you can be like, oh, we're actually canceling it and doing it this day now, which I wanted them to come. I was like, you should come to the show tonight. They're like, it's 8:00. They were like, we're 70.
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah, no, but definitely if you get the chance, I don't know if you've been to the visitor complex.
No, I just they drove me around. So drove me like past it. So
yeah, the visitor complex is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They just drove me past things and going, see, if you were here for a little bit more, you could go see this, but you're not. You got 30 minutes.
Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
this is horrible. But when I was a kid, we were like driving on a trip and my mom took us this roundabout way to go past a theme park just so we could see it. She's like, look, you guys got to want to see. So we thought we were going to go to this theme park, but we didn't know. She was just like, not going to stop there. She was just driving past the theme park to be like, see, isn't that a cool theme park? And then we just kept going.
Times.
Childhood drama.
Trailer trash.
Dude.
Yeah.
It sounds about right. We're going to Disney, but we're just going to see the Hulk ride from afar.
Yeah, we're gonna hear the kids having fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like you stop at the red light right next to us. Is she going left or is she going right?
Yeah.
We're about to go into the park. Oh, she's going straight.
Yeah, I don't know if your guys' parents ever did stuff like that when you were kids where they try to do something to like make your life seem a little bit more spiced up or more fun. Because we grew up very low income. So I remember like my dad would always pack like bologna sandwich, stuff to make bologna sandwiches in the car. And he would have to make a big deal out of it because he knew if we didn't make a big deal out of it, then I had 4 older brothers. So that we'd all be like, McDonald's, go to McDonald's.
Yeah,
and
right.
So they'd be like, no, we're going to go to this park. And it's not really a park. It's just a bathroom stop. And you're going to smell urinals while you eat this bologna sandwich.
The Florida rest area is one of my favorites.
Oh, are they?
They got the plane outside, the Blue Angel.
Oh, yeah.
When you cross right into Florida, you can go check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool area outside.
I'll have to stop there.
Yeah, definitely. They got over in Titusville, it's like a military museum, air museum.
Nice.
It's like literally if 2 exits or no, I keep forgetting I moved. This exit, if you go straight to Cape Canaveral from 528, the exit before, you can literally drive right towards the NASA place. And then on the right, there's a Titusville Air Museum. It's like warbirds and like, I think it's all retired aircrafts. But we did a car meet there one time. They had like a whole big car meet that somebody put on. and everybody had their cars parked in front of the, the massive, like,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool, to be honest. I'm not going to lie.
I love side road attractions.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite thing. I like not the good ones. I don't like good places. I like the really crappy side road attractions where there's like one where it's like Corn Castle and it's like an old school and it's not even like a real castle made out of corn. It's like an old school gymnasium thing in a small town that they just like glue corn on the cob and like they design it and just you go in there and it's just like an open gym with like I can't say that word. Giant frames of art.
Yeah, there you go. That's
made
better.
out of corn on the cob, and their gift shop is just like you can get some popcorn.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man, I love this. And it's just like donation to get, and I'm like, this is the kind of I like those like stupid little like oh hey,
there's always like random stuff in that, especially in like rural towns. Like my husband, one year he was going to pick up a car somewhere and he saw this place, so he took me for my birthday one year, and it was just like weird sculptures, like just a random place in the middle of nowhere, and they just sold a bunch of weird like outdoor, indoor, like just weird stuff like clowns, cats, like there was like all sorts, but it was like this little like maze of just like crap. And it was just like piled from the floor up. Yeah.
Did they like sell snacks and stuff there too?
I think they did. They had candy at the checkout thing, but
that's the seller.
Like local candy and like gator jerky, like shit like that.
Yeah. Hey, sounds fun. Yeah. Do you got some Skittles or something?
Yeah. You guys seen the Gatorland, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. By the airboat rides.
Oh, the
big gator.
Yeah.
You can go. It's like a restaurant. You can go in and eat gator. Yeah, it's gross.
I did have gator bites the first time I came to town, and the guy took me out. He's like, "I'm gonna take you out on this fan boat, and we're gonna." And I have no core, by the way. That was the scariest thing to ever go on if you are a man without any core strength, because like those fan boats go so fast and you're like sitting there.
You gotta
oh yeah, and then they like go fast and then they stop, and then we get off and the guy was like, yeah, I was going faster than I was supposed to, because his friend was the one who owned the fan boat, and then he's like, you gotta have gator bites, and I'm like eating them and chewing them forever.
Yeah, it's like the worst steak ever.
Yeah, and you're like, this is not that.
It's not pleasurable at all.
Just gotta be agreeable when you're eating it though. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Gator.
Thank you for paying for this.
Yeah. Just napkin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get a pocket full.
It kind of reminds me of when I was in China. The worst thing I ate was it's called a sea cucumber, and they said, oh, if you eat sea cucumbers, it's meant to make you look youthful and young forever. And it was like a bouncy ball. So like I put it in my mouth, and I'm like sitting there chewing it. And my wife is seeing that I cannot like fully chew it or eat it. And I guess I wasn't supposed to put the whole thing in my mouth. I didn't know. And so I'm sitting there chewing it, going like this. And she's like, would you like a napkin to spit it out? And I just literally go to go, shut up. Because I'm just like trying to like not like,
get it back up.
Don't talk to me. I'm trying to like not do that.
I can't. Certain textures freak me out with food, but I got used to boba. I did get used to boba because I used to not like boba. I used to hate it. I used to hate the texture. I was like, it's jelly. I don't like it, but I like it now.
I have to have light boba though. I can't have like sometimes when people make the teas.
Half the cup.
Yeah. And you're like sitting there and every now and then you just have like a little boba ball just like going down.
Yeah.
The coffee ones are rough.
Yeah.
But I love coffee, so I'm trying to have the coffee boba.
Dude, I've been making, ever since I went to Italy, I had like the best coffee and I came back and everything was horrible. So I went on Amazon. I got one of those little like mocha pots.
Yeah.
That you can like put, it's like an espresso maker for just like your best coffee. I'm like, dude, 5 extra minutes to make my coffee, no problem. Tastes a million times better. And I just put my milk on the stovetop. It's great. It's a million times better.
Don't
Starbucks sucks.
Hate when like a place like ruins something for you. Not just like over that. We watched this person's house and she had like a coffee machine. It was like one of those really high end expensive ones. And we're watching her house for a week, drinking all these coffees, and then when we get back I was like, oh man, that was so good, we need one of these. My wife was like, yeah, we need these are so amazing. And I went to go get her one. I was like, I'm gonna surprise her for her birthday, and it was like $5,000-$6,000 for this coffee machine. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get her a pan instead.
Exactly.
I'm gonna get her a Costco $80 Costco pan.
Yeah, I'm telling you, those mocha pots are the best. I'm like, this is the cheapest way to make really, really good coffee. And I just order in bulk the beans from Italy and just grind them up here. And I'm like, this is great. Spend way less money than buying the bags at Publix. I mean, shit, you buy a bag of coffee ground up at Publix, it's like $12. It's insane. Well, good coffee at least.
You said you went to Seattle, right?
Yeah.
Did you get to go to the Starbucks Reserve?
I went there, pulled in the parking lot, and saw the line and left.
The Starbucks Reserve or the
Reserve? I don't know. Maybe it was the first store.
The first one, which is funny because it's not actually the first store.
Oh,
it's so
really?
If people line up in front of the Starbucks, for the first store actually ended up closing down, and then eventually they just opened up this one. Like, well, it's 4 blocks away from where the first coffee shop was, but people like that line is long.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know about these. There's one in Chicago, Seattle, and somewhere else, but they have these ones called Starbucks Reserves, and they're like 3 to 4 story Starbucks. They have like pizzas being made. They have like tasting coffee
That's
rooms
crazy.
Upstairs. It's like everything there. You like walk in, and I guess their best Starbucks workers from all over can get hired for these, and they send them there to work at these reserves. It's like a Charlie and a Chocolate Factory, but for Starbucks.
Yeah, that reminds me of the Guinness. I went to the Guinness factory in Ireland, and it was just like stories and buildings and you just walk through. They give you like a tasting thing. You get to the top, and then you get a thing of Guinness. Guinness in Ireland is not.
Is it just
the
one
same.
Guinness, or do they have like multiple?
They have like mini ones that they give you like when you're there, and then when you get to the top, you get a full one. Just like it's like a one type of Guinness. The other Guinnesses they give you are like different types. Like I don't know if there was like I don't know what they were because we were half asleep.
And where was that at?
Guinness factory in Ireland, in Dublin.
Ireland? I heard some places in Europe. I don't know if it's true, but I heard some places like serve beer at like room temperature.
Yeah, I don't remember if it was, to be honest. I sipped it, but I don't remember.
It's not as crazy it is here, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe their room temperature is like 50.
Yeah.
We're sitting at a humid 70.
Yeah. You don't want to drink room temperature beer in
because I remember when I don't drink anymore and never really was into it, but when I did have like beer, I would never drink like the last bit because I would take forever to drink a beer, and it's just like disgusting when you get to the end of it because it's super warm.
That's a bit for sure.
Yeah, just like no,
There's
I'm
something
good
about that last little shot of beer in the bottom of a beer glass.
Yeah,
it feels gross to drink, right?
Don't look at me like that. I don't.
It feels gross to drink.
Yes, it does. It does. Feels gross to drink it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we have to end it. I don't want to end it, but we have to. Unfortunately. But yeah, this has been great.
Well, we appreciate you having us on. I know we kind of it was supposed to be a while ago, but we were like rushing over here. Like I kid you not, like there was multiple car wrecks, a truck flipped over, backed up traffic.
Yeah, we don't need you to get into a car wreck. So please no. You know. Yeah, but no, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate this. So people love the shorter episodes anyways.
Yeah.
Probably because they can't stand me, but it's okay. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys. I'll have your names listed in the thing so I don't like do that. But if you guys want to, your camera's right here. If you want to like upcoming dates, this will be posted this week. And then you as well, your camera's right here. So if you guys want to go first, you can say your things.
Hey, my name is Michael Glatzmaier. And I think the only upcoming date I can think of is I'm in Tacoma. So if there's anybody who's in Tacoma on the 27th, that's where I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have you want to shout out your Instagram?
Oh, Michael Glatzmaier. G as in gorilla, L as in lion.
Lima? It'll be spelled out in the YouTube description.
Just Michael Glatzmaier. It's my name.
Yeah.
Syllables.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Jeff Vance. You can find me at Jeff Vance Comedy. I also run Lunchbox Comedy. We have a festival in Biloxi, May 24th, and the Lunchbox Comedy Cruise is going to take off from New Orleans, November 6th.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys. We'll definitely have to do this again next time you're in Florida, but
absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you
very
very much.
Yeah, it's great.
I love you.
And she keep working that back and about to throw